Alright guys, so I have something that was brand new for this year, 2024. It's the Smith & Wesson M&P 15 Sport 3. Yeah, I didn't even know they came out with a third edition, and I started looking at some more budget options. So this is the Sport 3. Let's take a look at it. I'm shooting this in 4K. Hopefully I'll be able to give you a good view of everything. So this is how it comes. Just usual paperwork. It does come with a nice Smith & Wesson sticker. I really like that. That's going on my safe. I wish they gave me 2 of those. Nice little thing for registration, blah, blah, blah. And then California firearms warning. Nobody gives a you know what about that. Gen 2 PMAG, sweet, and your stupid firearms lock. Okay, so this is what we are after here. So as you can see, the Sport 3 now has a free float rail. It has a low profile gas block. And the other main change for this would be the gas system is now a mid-length gas system and not a carbine length gas system. And they also went back to the original Smith & Wesson M&P 15 barrel, which has the 5R rifling in it. And when they did away with that after the first generation for the second generation, but now they're back to the 5R rifling, which is pretty good. Pull that flag out there. So now this gas block, so what I wanted was, I saw there was only a handful of unboxings, like maybe 1 or 2, and they really didn't do a very good job at showing very much detail. They were pretty quick. So I really was interested in this gas block. I am a big pinned gas block guy, but I know a lot of the low profile gas blocks are just screwed on. And I knew that this was screwed on, so this isn't actually, it's not a set screw gas block. This is what they call a clamp-on gas block, and I had never heard of that until I started researching these Smith & Wessons. And apparently Smith & Wesson has the same gas setup. Actually, I think it's the same upper. Tactical 2. It has the same gas block. So I had emailed Smith & Wesson and asked them if they used any kind of Loctite or anything. Smith & Wesson got back to me, said, no, we don't, but I'll see if I can show it. Person that answered the email doesn't know what they're talking about. As you can clearly see, there is some kind of thread locker on all of those screws. I do apologize, I'm sure it's not the best, but I'm sorry if you can hear my cat. But you can see all the thread lockers, so those do have thread locker on them. Integrated trigger guard, which is nice. I like that it's the winter trigger guard, so you don't have to upgrade that, spend money on that. And then this is just your regular M&P stuff, obviously. Sorry, my cat's threw me off. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear her or not. I don't know what her problem is, but let's pull the bolt out. I haven't had a Smith & Wesson Sport in a long time. So this is the carrier they come with. It is semi-auto cut. Not a big deal. It's not as big of a deal as everybody thinks. Staking is okay. It's not the best. Certainly not the worst. It'll work. I do like to see a smidge more over here, but it looks good. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not going to back out. They're not YFS fasteners or anything stupid. Boy, I am really excited, and you can see it has been test fired. So something else I noticed on this I wanted to show me. Well, we can actually just leave it together. Just your standard mil-spec charging handle. This fire control group looks different. Something I've never seen. But as you can see there, it has the kind of like skeletonized hammer. Just has a regular carbine length buffer. A regular carbine length buffer. Everything else looks mil-spec in there. Just the hammer looks a little different. And I noticed there's a little S on the hammer. The trigger. There's a little S on the trigger. And an A2 If anyone knows what that means and feels like putting it in the comments, go ahead and let me know. They also changed the Smith & Wesson logo on this side. It's no longer an M&P. No longer an M&P. They actually put in just black, just the Smith & Wesson logo, and they took it out from over here. So all it says now is just Smith & Wesson, blah, blah, blah. Safe Semi, M&P 15. Oh yeah, got the T marks there, which are nicely done. Nice Smith & Wesson there. Boy, this is a very nice gun. I'm really excited about this. So let me put this back together quick. Okay, staking job. Unfortunately, it's a very nice staking job. Unfortunately, it's only done once, that's fine. It's not really needed twice. It's just a mil spec thing says to do it twice, but it's only done once. But it's fine. It's better than not being staked at all. So I'm happy to see that as well. Certainly a very nice gun. I'm really happy about the mid-length gas system. I'm glad to see thread locker in there. They MP tested the bolt. I don't know why I still have this stupid box here. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to do this on camera just so that way people don't think I'm doing anything wrong. All I'm going to do is just put a slight little thing and just see if it's loose at all. That's all. Nothing major. Nope, it's not moving. Not moving. I'm not trying to break the torque. I just want to see if they move. Not moving at all. It feels pretty solid. I don't want to break the torque, like I said. I don't think there's thread locker on that. I didn't see any. But that's not a big deal if that comes loose over time. I don't think it will, but if it does, then I will thread lock and retorque, and I'll let you guys know. No screws loose like that on the Delton that had all the loose screws. So my main purpose in getting this, obviously, if you follow my channel, you know I have Colts, but I was wanting to look at some budget-friendly stuff, and I think I started to say this earlier. My cat kind of distracted me. Smith & Wesson has made these sports for a long time, and I remember when the original Sport came out and how excited we were that you could finally get an AR-15 for $600, even though it didn't have the forward assist and dust cover. And then they came out the Sport 2 and now the Sport 3. Over the years, I have either owned or my buddies have owned a good bit of Smith & Wesson sports, and I've never had a single issue with any of them. My friends have never had a single issue with any of them. This is the best budget rifle, at least that I can think of off the top of my head, unless you want to build something. But as far as going to a store and picking something up, this is what I would recommend you get, and I wouldn't recommend going any lower than a Smith & Wesson Sport. So anyways, I will get this out. We'll get a shooter. Got some upgrades coming. Very excited about this. I'm very glad everything was tight. So anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good day.